Woo!
Hello.
Good morning.
All right.
Oh, all right, we're gonna pause just a little bit. Good morning, TikTok. It's good to see you. If you want to see the whole show, go over to camhealthcoaching.org on our Facebook page, and you'll see Coach Darcy over here. So, hey, Coach,
Hey.
how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You have a different angle on your camera today than
I
normal.
do.
Are you
This
facing a different way?
I am. That's why I like my L-shaped desk, because if I'm feeling like I want to look
Well,
one way,
shoot. Yeah. Oh, goodness.
it's okay to like have views to look at, but when you're
I
looking
kind
at
of
the
like
screen
this.
section,
Yeah. It
Yeah.
looks nice and clean.
You can
Looks
see
like,
all of my. Well, it's not clean before.
no, I mean, not like less
Oh.
cluttered. It looks like, like mine. Mine looks really
Yes.
cluttered because of all my
No.
books.
I've got books.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do. You got a lot of books back there.
Yeah, I love all my books.
Yeah. So, good morning. It's Tuesday Tip Day.
Woohoo!
Woo! And guess what?
What?
We're going to try something new this week. We're going to try something because we want to find out where our audience is, okay? We want to find out, number one, where you're listening from. Number two, because we are streaming to 9 different places right now, including TikTok, which TikTok only gets half of the show because they can't see you, Coach. Now, last week, I reversed them, and in the middle of the show, I reversed them so they didn't just see my face. They saw you on there, too, but they couldn't hear you. And I can't hear you because of these darn earbuds, because that's the only way this audio will work. So, anyway, but what we're going to do tonight, I just gave it away. We're going live tonight. We are totally going live tonight. We want to find out where our audience is listening from, when they like to listen to us best. So we're going to do a couple of different experiments. We're going to see, hey, where do you like listening to us from? Right? Are you listening to us on YouTube? Are you listening to us on LinkedIn, on TikTok? Where are you coming from? And what time do you like? We are here every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Coach Darcy and myself, we give some tips. Today, we're going to talk about 3 topics. And if you stay till the end of the show, you're going to get our bonus topic, which is going to be our anxiety formula. Totally amazing.
You have anxiety, Monica?
I have anxiety. I had anxiety today. So my earbuds aren't working right. I hear myself talking. Yeah, I had some anxiety today. I am getting certified. I'm going to become a sugar addiction professional. I'm going to be an addiction coach, food addiction coach. And so I am going in. I'm landing the plane on this thing. This has been a 2-year journey for me. Landing the plane. So I had my final exit interview this morning with Bitten. I was nervous about that. That was kind of scary because she's so good, and imposter syndrome, right?
Yeah.
I have got.
But you rocked it, though.
Yeah, I did. I got my questions answered. I got my last final instructions. I got a final paper to write. But the anxiety stemmed more from my 7 a.m. workout this morning. I don't know why. I'm just like, those workouts are tough.
Yeah.
So today I got a day full of clients. And what's on your schedule for the day?
Well, I've got clients. I've got parent-teacher conferences tonight.
Now, parent-teacher conference would totally give me anxiety. So you stay to the end, Coach Darcy, and I'm going to give you the anti-anxiety formula. You are going to need this.
Let me tell you, there's nothing. I mean, when your kids are doing great and you know they're doing great, but then you're not there. So you think they're doing great, but then they don't always tell you everything.
No.
Then you find out.
Every stinking year I had parent-teacher conference, I cried because the teachers just, bless their hearts, They don't know. We're doing the about darn best we can to keep these kids alive at home, and then the guilt comes because our kid, mine like to, well, my one of them that I won't name their names. One of them likes to talk.
Oh, I mean,
She gets it honestly, and I just gave her away. Yeah, because she's my only girl.
right, right.
Oh, yeah. Well, good luck to the teacher conference.
Oh,
Don't
thanks.
cry. I literally cried in front of the teacher the one time. I'm like,
I
you know
might
what?
today. I might
You know
today.
what? You just raise them. You just
But
raise
we're
them.
trying our best. Sorry.
We're trying so hard. All right. Are you ready to get into today's topic?
Yeah,
This is
absolutely.
Tuesday tips. We're going to do the same thing tonight. So come again. Like, totally come again.
We might
If
say
you
different things.
We might say different things because we got some funny stuff we're going to talk about today. We may not feel so funny tonight.
Right. True. We
I'll
might
be
be
coming.
done.
I'll be coming from a political event, and I won't be in such a great mood because of that.
Hey, if you are on here, I'm gonna before we get started, if you're on here, please like, follow, and share wherever platform you are watching from. You can get notified when we go live every Tuesday at 11.
Yes.
Also, please say hello. I feel like our comments are not working this morning because I don't
I
think you
feel
see.
like everybody's quiet.
Well,
Yeah.
you don't see the comment that I just wrote, and it's not popping up on here. So if
Oh.
you would love to say where you're watching from,
Yeah.
what is maybe something that is giving you anxiety today. Hopefully, it's not us.
Cassian's on here this morning. Today, my little baby guy, Cass, is 2 months old. So
Oh
fun.
my goodness!
So fun. Love it. He sent me
So
a picture this morning.
All right. Well,
Melted the cockles of my heart.
yes.
All right, are we ready for the first topic? We got
Yes,
3 things to
yes,
do today. We're
we do,
going
we
to
do.
talk about, let me get my notes up. We are going to talk about our first one, and that is 3 tips to stay motivated this winter. So, unfortunately, unless you live in the amazing snowbird states, and if you do, we still love you. You're still welcome here, but we're a little jealous, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I eventually will be moving to Florida. Eventually, I'll be there if I can figure out the whole grandkid situation. I'm not a snowbird. I am a snowbird. I am not a snow
Like her. Don't like it.
I was gonna say snowmobile. But winter can be hard. Winter is tough, and there's a misconception out there, that you automatically gain weight in the winter. That we put on that extra fluff, we put on that winter coat, right?
Yes.
And that's just a complete misnomer. It's a complete falsity. And so, by the way, if you want to find out what we're going to talk about at the end, please stay tuned to the end because we're going to give you an amazing anti-anxiety formula that will really work well with the topics that we're talking about today, which is how to stay motivated this winter. You're on a health journey. You want to lose weight. You absolutely can lose weight this winter.
I did.
Yeah, I did. I lost, what was it, Darcy? I lost 25 pounds from November, from Thanksgiving to January. So you can totally, it's just a misnomer. It's an excuse is what it is, that you can't lose weight during the holiday season. We're going to give you some tips today. So Darcy, do you want to take the first one?
Sure. We going to talk about how groups are very important.
Groups.
Yes.
Group accountability.
Group
100%.
accountability. It's great when we have people in our lives to hold us accountable because listen, when we are in the wintertime, we all want to become bears. We all want to come in and just stay hidden in our little cave and not come out. But the importance of teamwork, the importance of group accountability to go to any issue that you might be having because winter blues happen. That
Winter
is just
blues.
that is
They're
a thing
real.
that happens. So
They are
being
so
able
real.
to talk about, and we'll start talking about the winter blues in a second. But when you're able to go to group, that is one fantastic way to release any sort of frustration or doubt or getting out of your head. And that's fantastic because we have a group.
We have a group
that you can go to.
We have
Remember
a
that?
group support. We do have the structure of AA.
Yeah.
So there are some Mondays where we feel the need to teach. We feel the need to give a lesson, and then there's other Mondays that we stop the presses and we say, listen, who's struggling tonight? Who is got something going on that you're just really really struggling? What is your wins? Coach Darcy likes to lead with, what are you thankful for? I
Yep.
like to lead with, how are you struggling? So we have different tactics, and so group
Yep.
is 100% a way that you're going to stay on track this winter. It's a small cost. It's like a Weight Watchers meeting,
Yep.
from what I've been told. It's just, it's under $15 a week. You are with other people who are doing the same thing you're doing, and you are not alone. And so get with a group, get with an accountability partner. That will help you stay. And don't get with an accountability partner that's going to tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Do you have those friends in your life, Darce?
I do. I do. I really do.
Oh, you're doing just fine as you're holding 3 donuts in your hand.
You only live this long. We're only on this earth once.
Just one bite won't hurt you. Everybody has an enabler.
Yes.
If you watch the show 600-Pound Life, with Dr. Now, every one of those people who struggles with their weight has an enabler.
Yep.
We all have enablers because eating is 80% social.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We have
Holidays.
what you've always coined the term. I don't think you coined it. You might have, but FOMO, fear of missing out.
I didn't coin that, but yes.
Yeah, you use it all the time.
Yes,
so
I do.
if you don't have that accountability that's willing to tell you the real things and give you the truth, you're going to sink to the bottom. Have a group accountability. Join our group. We meet every Monday, and people come. It's amazing. It's amazing. And by the way, if you are a client of ours right now and you're not utilizing that, did you know you could have gold service if you just came to group?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like literally. Totally.
Yep. So on top of that, Monica, I'll lead it to you. Can I do that?
Oh, yeah, you do it. You toss it. You're brave. You are still brave.
And so
you're coming out of your box.
Look at this. I have to put my arms up here. Okay,
my chair keeps sinking. Do you notice I'm getting shorter? My chair's broken, and so I have to keep putting it.
You just got that chair. You need to gracefully. It's probably because of Winston. Honestly, let's just be honest.
Winston is he's what's breaking.
His weight on the back is just.
I know.
Breaking it down.
It just flew off. All right.
So Monica.
Yeah.
What with what comes with wintertime? We absolutely revolve. There's like a holiday after holiday. There's like several holidays and parties.
Yeah. We make up celebrations. Oh, shoot.
All those things, right? Yeah. So in order to know and knowing all this is happening, what is going to be the next step for you to not gain weight during this time and to stay on track?
Yes. You cannot manage what you cannot measure. I do not care who you are, unless you're Superwoman. There's a disclaimer for everybody. Everybody's like, oh, I don't need to do that. Yeah. 90% of people have to track their macros. I don't care what another health coach is telling you. I don't care if there's a health coach saying you can eat whatever you want. No, my friend, you cannot. There is such a thing as a calorie deficit, and we are ketogenic therapists. We believe in this lifestyle. We believe in the content that you eat and bringing down your insulin. But the bottom line is we put you in a calorie deficit. You have to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. And you cannot manage what you cannot measure. I am debating, you know where I'm going with this. And if this poor gentleman is listening to this show this morning, he's going to laugh. We give no names. We give no names. I'm debating. Do I tell the story or do I not tell the story? What do you think, Facebook? Do I need to tell the story of what happened yesterday? It was so funny.
I mean, it's not.
Should I tell it or not?
I don't know. Because
we might have to wait for a little bit to tell that story.
We might have to ask this person first. Like, hey, can we
use your story? It was the funniest thing. I've been coaching for 6 years now. And I'm like totally into this session. I had this plan ready to go, right? He doesn't care. because I give no names. It's the funniest thing ever. But he is so like everybody else. Like, this is so normal. So I'm sitting there, got my plan of action. We've come into our goal with this client. Lost 100 pounds. We are like, but I got to strategize with him this time. I got to strategize. We got to put a plan together because now we're building muscle. Now we're working out. We're building strength. So I'm like, I'm getting. He's watching. Oh my gosh! It's better to ask for forgiveness and permission, right? So I'm like, okay, dude. Here's the scoop. I don't think you're eating enough. I don't think, because with this resistance training that you're doing with all of these things, and he's like, well, hardcore. Like this, he's like my ideal client, right? I say something, he does it. So I'm like, okay, so I don't think we're eating enough. We got to, and I have a formula that I give to know whether a client's eating enough. We use it if they're working out and they're doing some powerlifting. My gosh, you got to get those calories up there.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, there may be some things that I didn't track in my macro. And there was some frustration, just a disclosure. There's some frustration with slow weight loss because there's more goals that he wants to be. So he's like, I may not have told Coach Darcy about a couple of things of almond butter. Almond butter is totally keto, no problem there. I'm like, okay, all right, no problem. It's all right. So let's just think about this, okay? So let's say we add a couple tablespoons into your macros. You're still not eating enough. He's like, well, there may be more. I said, okay, tell me more. About how much more almond butter are we talking about? And I'm like, are you eating a couple tablespoons every day? Well, yeah. Maybe a whole jar. I said, okay, all right, a whole jar. All right, we can go there. We can handle that. How many weeks? How are we going to divide this? A week. Whole jar a week. And those little tablespoons were not input in the macros. So I'm like, I pull it up on the internet, and I'm like, okay, is this the almond butter you're eating? The 16 ounce jar? And he's like, yeah. And then later I got a text that said, no, it may be a large jar of 24 ounces. We figured, after giggling and after going through the process of unaddicting ourselves to almond butter and how we can responsibly use almond butter, 2 tablespoons is 190 calories. So if we're talking a whole 24-ounce jar of peanut butter, we're talking about a calorie surplus that was not tracked. And I just giggle because he is totally hitting his goal. He is like, and now this week he's going to really hit his goal because we've removed that. But I did the same thing that morning. I put some almond butter in my protein shake. And Darcy, I used the tablespoon, but I dipped it really deep in the jar. And, there's a lot of extra peanut butter that's on the bottom. That certainly doesn't count in the whole ratio. Heck yes, it counts. So you cannot manage what you cannot measure. You've got to track your food, guys. You've got to be in a calorie deficit. If you don't have a coach that's giving you that calorie deficit, find a good coach that knows how to figure those formulas and knows how to put you in a calorie deficit, right?
Yep.
All right.
Absolutely.
Track your macros. And finally, Darcy, you take the last one here.
Okay, so I'm very passionate about this because I take a lot of these, and it comes down to supplements. And the reason why we need our supplements in the wintertime especially is because, like I said at the very beginning, we're like bears in a cave. We do not go outside and see the sunlight. Mm-hmm. And the sunlight is the purest form of vitamin D that we can get. Yeah. So if you get a chance to get outside in the wintertime and the sun is actually out, go put your space out in there for 15 minutes and get that natural.
People in California have no excuse. Get out in the stinking sun.
Yes. Yeah. And so a lot of times during this during the winter seasons, we get the blues, we get
Mm-hmm.
feeling, just not normal, not
Yeah.
ourselves, because the sun does a lot. But even magnesium, we are very, very much
Yeah.
depleted in magnesium to begin with.
Yeah.
So when we're just sitting inside and, wasting away, we
Yeah.
are now like getting, all these things depleted. So if you're not feeling
Yeah.
energetic, if you're feeling the blues, if you are feeling,
Yeah.
just not yourself, make sure you do that check of, okay, am I taking
Supplements.
supplements?
Mm-hmm.
Am I taking the things that are going to give me, and another on top of that, is that it's a great preventative, because this is the
Yeah.
time where people tend to get sick more often
Yeah.
because we're enclosed
This
together.
is cold and flu season.
Yeah. So making sure you have the preventative stuff happening, like
Yeah.
taking things that is
Zinc.
going to, yeah, like such as zinc, as vitamin D and B and
Mm-hmm.
all those things, like
Yeah.
all of those
Yeah.
vitamins. We need to
Yeah.
amplify that. And be
We give.
sure, again, we are not doctors. We do not play one on the internet. So if you
We are
have
not
a doctor,
doctors.
ask them like what they suggest. If they don't suggest anything, go
Mm-hmm.
find a holistic doctor
Holistic doctor. Yeah.
all the
Oh
way.
my.
They will give you
Absolutely.
what you need. So,
Yeah, yeah. If your doctor's not telling you what supplements you need and the kind and the valuable ones, because
yes.
there's some that you go, they might as well be candy. They're
Yeah.
candy like.
Yeah.
They are full of crap. So find a good supplement that is
Yeah.
deep to the bone nutritious for you and free of all of those other extra additives. Make sure you know how much you need, right?
Yeah.
How much of that specifics, and everybody's different, so we can't tell you how much. Like Darcy said, we're not doctors, and we don't play them on the internet. We just know what works for us. So
Yeah.
let's go on to our topic number 2, and that is how to not fall for the holiday binging.
Ooh.
How many of you have struggled with this? My hand, all 10 of my fingers are up here. Holiday binging is real. And we live here in America, we live in an age and an area that says it's okay. That says, well, we'll just catch up in January. Go ahead and binge, live, let live, and just live to your fullest. And that's why it's our slow season. Honestly,
Mhm.
this is why, because people fall for this. They
Yep.
think, oh, you can't lose weight over the holiday season. Absolutely, you can. I lost 25. Darcy, how much did you lose did you
Um,
track?
I'm not sure. I think I started in September, and
Hmm.
I was averaging about 10 a month.
Yeah, about 10
So
pounds a month.
so
There's
about
no
40.
reason why you can't lose throughout and not only is there no reason why you can't lose during the holiday season, but there's no reason why you can't enjoy
Right.
yourself during the holiday
Yep.
season. So, first thing we're going to do is we're just going to rewind this entire video, and we're going to replay the part where we said track your macros. You have to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight.
Yes.
Some of you are not eating enough. Some of you are starving yourself. If you're on one of those people scam diets that you're eating 900 to 1100 calories a day, that's a scam, and you need to leave right away because that is hurting you. If you are in a gentle calorie deficit, and sometimes we do that with our clients, sometimes we put them in an aggressive cut or a moderate cut. I don't do aggressive a lot. I'll do aggressive for about a week. And then we go into a moderate. But sometimes we put you in a gentle calorie deficit throughout the holiday season so that you can enjoy the yummy goodness, so that you can enjoy these things. So track your macros. If it goes in your mouth, it goes in your tracker.
Mhm.
Then you know there's no risk of you gaining the weight, right? What's
Right.
another one? What's another tip?
So the next one is being prepared. Being prepared for the holidays, because
Yes.
like
Being
Monica
prepared.
said, there are things that are so delicious, even better than the cookies and pies that are
Oh,
full of
yeah.
sugar. There are so many delicious recipes that we can make
Mhm.
to take the place, a healthier version of
Yeah.
what those sweet treats are. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
only thing with this is going backtracking to macros, is if you do these, because I make these delicious eclairs, and if they are in my
Mm.
house, just like Monica, I can't
Oh,
just
my
keep them
gosh.
in the freezer They are going to be in my fridge and I'm going to be thinking about them.
Yep.
So making sure that tracking your macros
Mm-hmm.
and what you are making with those is very, very important, because I didn't
Yeah.
last winter. I did not do. I'm gonna call myself out. I
Mm-hmm.
did not do that, and I gained. I
Yeah.
gained from that. Eating
Yeah.
my Christmas treats. I
Christmas
gained.
treats,
Yeah.
even though they were keto treats,
Yeah.
you still ended up gaining
Yeah.
because you weren't tracking your macros.
Yep.
Exactly. And we all
Yep.
get lazy because we get busy,
Yep.
Who wants to track their macros during the holiday season? Well, I love my health enough now. You bet I do. And my
Yep.
tracking's not going to be perfect either. My tracking may be missing a couple of things. It may be missing ingredients. We don't know everything but if you're tracking, you at least have an idea,
Yeah.
and you can kind of target and zone in on those things. And like Darcy said, which leads to the next one, is she can't hurry. Claire's. I'm just gonna back you up on that one, because my gosh, you had offered to send those home with me one time, 1 year, and I'm like, I can't. If it's in my house, I will eat them. And so this leads into our next one of, I want you to assess and to know and to be very honest with yourself. Are you a food addict? Are you a sugar addict? I am. I am a sugar addict, and if that is in my house, I will eat it. It doesn't mean that I don't participate in holiday fun and holiday yumminess. And I'm the opposite of you, Darcy. I don't like to cook. I hate baking. I am not Martha Stewart. And so what I do is I go visit Vi, Baked by Vi, and I go purchase my treats and my keto treats and those kinds of things. But did I spell holiday wrong?
No.
I don't. Okay. I just saw a squirrel. I just wondered if I spelled that wrong.
You
But
called me out on my spelling yesterday, so
I did. I did. You spelled
Yeah,
something wrong.
No, you were lying about it.
I lied about it. I do that all the time. Yeah. Know if you're an addict. If you lean towards addiction, and this also is included in the harmful use. So there's three categories. There's the harmful users. There's the social eaters, and then the normal eaters, and then there's the food addict. This also applies to the harmful use. Harmful use food people tend to be emotional eaters. They tend to fall for the feel good, the emotional kind of thing. So knowing what your reality is, if you're a harmful use eater, have your caution light on. That's when your tracking is so critical and so important. If you're a food addict, there's no moderation. There's no moderation, and there's a different treatment process. So know your reality. What does your past history look like?
Would you agree with me, Monica, if I said this? Just hang tight. If I said,
You're making me
because
really nervous today.
I experienced it myself, I did not think I was a food addict. I thought I was fine. I felt like I just needed to be told what to eat. And it's a very common thing for when we get clients that we find out more so if they're a food addict during the detox. Because during our detox, it's hardcore, and that is something. Usually people come and say, oh, I only really like carbs. I don't even like sweets. Or they'll do the opposites, where I really love sweets. I could do without carbs.
Right.
And they come to you saying, oh, we don't have a problem in that department, but they've never tried to get rid of both of them before.
Exactly.
And that's kind of, a great detox.
Right. So our addict brain has what's called a red dog and a blue dog. Okay, and it's kind of like what we used to think is the devil, sitting on one shoulder. But the addict brain is very, very good at hiding and stuffing down that blue dog. The addict brain is very good about disguising his voice, the red dog, that's telling you one bite won't hurt, you're not an addict, you're okay, you don't like cookies, so you're okay. The addict brain is very, very good at Google translating, because it knows your head, it knows what your weaknesses are, and it's very good about being very loud and lying to you. So that's exactly what happens. We get a client in, and they're like, oh, I don't like cookies, so I'm not an addict, I'm okay. And they're good for about 3 months. At the 3-month mark, that is when the red dog cannot be hidden any longer. And they're like, well, see, the weight has slowed down. So the red dog starts to speak very, very loudly. And that's when we lose clients. I have lost clients. They've gotten very angry with me because I have put them through my sugar diagnostic test. And they have been like, oh, that's, And then what breaks my heart about that is they'll be back, but they will be sicker than when they left. And so knowing your reality when it comes to food addiction, and I'm really, really excited about the new program that I'm going to launch after I have graduated, after I get my feet under me, because addiction is become a passion of mine because it's horrible. It is a horrible, horrible disease. But the thing of it is people have to know they're not broken. Yeah. They're not, there's nothing, they're not doing things wrong. It is the chemicals in their brain that have to be treated differently. There's a different treatment process from harmful users to addicts. So that is what, and you got to remember your why, guys. Through this time, we so quickly can forget our why because we get so caught up in all of the emotions of Christmas, of New Year's, of whatever, Hanukkah, all of these holidays that are coming up. We get caught up in the emotion and we forget why we have started this process in the first place. And we forget that, yes, you can totally gain weight back. Now, we have some funny ones before we get to our anti-anxiety formula. We have some funny ones. And when we talked about these before the show, I just giggled about them because they are so true. So true. So do you want to take this? You take this one.
Am I doing the one that I brought up?
We're doing about what we wear.
Oh, okay. So it comes down to, what we really look forward to when it comes to fall. And when it comes to
do the thing. You got to do the thing.
What'd I do?
You got to do the thing about the sweat weather.
Oh, the sweat weather. It's sweat weather.
It's sweat weather.
Did I say it like that the first time? I didn't even know I said it like that.
You totally did.
All right. But it's
was that Saturday night? Was that Saturday Night Live?
It's got to be.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Yeah.
Girls, it is. It's sweat weather. Yes.
And so when we wear
and that's dangerous.
It's very dangerous because you look forward to being able to now be relaxed. Where before you were holding it all in, wearing the belly shirts and holding
tank
everything
tops.
in. And now you wear the baggiest, fullest sweaters possible. So it's sweat weather, y'all. So we're going to cover all that up and we're going to not have to suck it all in and feel like we, need to hold ourselves.
We get the leggings out, the leggings, the sweatshirts, comfy clothes. First thing we want to do when we come home from work is we want to take off our bra, put on our leggings, and heck, the leggings now go to work with us because now they're pretty leggings. That never was the case when I was growing up. No.
I thought you were going to say they get pulled up all the way up to here.
They do. Yeah. It's comfort clothing. I want to wear my comfort clothing. I don't want to come out of my big baggy sweatshirts. Ladies and gentlemen, particularly the ladies, I don't know. Do guys wear leggings? I don't think they do. We need to ask Gary.
There have been fellers that have enjoyed wearing leggings because of how comfy they are.
I do not ever want to see my husband in leggings.
No.
Sorry. I do not want that.
Stay out of my drawer.
Stay out of my drawer. Right. So mostly this is for the ladies.
But I think guys have the sweat weather too. They definitely
they've got the gray sweatpants. That's what they have.
And the beards.
And the beards, yeah.
The beards cover it all.
Cover that double chin up. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't have to.
They do have have you been on the gray sweatpants side of TikTok?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now you will because I've said it. Yeah. So the guys do struggle with this. Here are the official rules.
Okay.
The official that we just made up. Put your jeans on at least twice a week. That's your accountability. Have you ever gone through winter and you've worn the leggings all winter and then you put the jeans on? You're like, oh, well, crap.
Oh, and please, when you do put those jeans on, you rewash them so then they go back to the original size.
Rewash your jeans first put the jeans on at least twice a week.
Yeah.
And
No
ladies, these are
jeggings.
not
No,
jeggings. These
no
are not the
jeggings.
Maurices. These are not Judy Blues. These are real jeans. You put your jeans on and you are going to be held accountable, and you're not going to be like, "Oh my gosh, swimsuit season's here and I am still in my leggings."
Yeah. You could go to the pool in your leggings for a
You
while.
could. You could.
Good.
Yes.
That's
And
called
dress
a
up. Dress up a couple days a
yeah.
week. Totally dress
Yeah.
up. That helps your serotonin. That helps you feel good about yourself. Ladies, put your lipstick on. Come
Yeah.
on. Let's get out of the slumpy, frumpy fall patterns that we fall into.
Yeah.
Sure, wear your fall sweatshirts. Wear those things. Get them out. Get your pumpkin sweatshirts out. But don't stay all winter in them. Put your jeans on twice a week. That was free of
Yes.
charge.
Yes. But then on the end of that, out of all that we just said, I still like what I said. Don't get trapped in your historical patterns.
Don't get trapped in your past failures or
Past failures,
Yeah.
past things. Like we get trapped
Yeah.
into that circle.
that attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
don't get trapped in that attitude.
don't do it. Don't do it.
All right. Are you ready for the anxiety formula?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah?
Although I'm
All
not so
right.
anxious anymore.
All right. What'd you say?
I'm not so anxious anymore. I've had some
You're not
dopamine
anxious.
put into my
You have been doing the things, right? So, first of all, we are not doctors. We do not
No.
play one on the internet. We do not even attest to being doctor knowledgeable, okay? But there are a couple things that you can do, and truly, honestly, I have to say they've helped me. Like when I put these two things into my old lady pill box. How many of you have had to go to you have a nice cute little jar. Mine
Well,
is
no.
an old lady. Like Monday through Friday, morning pills, evening pills.
Yeah,
When
but mine fills this up. So this is just
Oh.
one day.
This kind of makes me gag thinking about it, because I do have quite the regimen right now. I
Right.
do. But I'm feeling incredible. So I have to believe, when I implemented these two things in my lifestyle, it was a game changer for me. I felt the anxiety leave. Again, we are not doctors. We don't play one on the internet, and we don't tell you how much to take. Go see your doctor and say, hey, heard about this on the interwebs. Okay? First one is magnesium glutamate. Glutamate.
Write that down. Everybody else should write this down too.
Magnesium glycinate. I completely butchered that.
Oh, that's
Glycinate. Yes.
glycinate.
That is the calming form of magnesium. All right. It regulates the nervous system. It promotes relaxation. So I like to take mine. I actually take one in the morning and then I take one at night. And so I personally take mine is 400 in the morning and 400 at night. It reduces muscle tension, so it's going to help you sleep better. It is going to it's good. It's just a calming thing. And then you pair that. You marry magnesium glycinate with vitamin B3.
B3.
D. Why did I say B? D.
Well, that
Vitamin
makes
D.
sense.
Vitamin D3. My notes say vitamin B3. That is the wrong letter of the alphabet.
No.
Vitamin D3. You pair those things together and you have a magical formula that really does reduce the anxiety. It just kind of calms you. It's like when I do that, I can think clearly. It's like, the sun is shining. Things are calm. It taps into that dopamine and that serotonin. That is your magical formula.
Yeah. You know what I heard somebody, and I'd like to do more research on this, but they said if there's certain things that if you take with magnesium, it basically counteracts and doesn't make the magnesium even work. And I think one of them is iron, and there was another one. So if you're taking magnesium and iron together,
that's when it gets deep for me. I'm like,
that's why I gotta do my own.
I just need to know when to take it. Like,
bit
I just
deeper.
tell me when to take it. But selenium is one of the things. I keep my Brazilian nuts in the refrigerator, and when I have the time, I'll soak them in salt water because that preserves them and it helps your thyroid. I learned that from Dr. Berg. He said, soak them in salt water, pink salt water. So when I have time to do that, I do that. But sometimes, I'm not perfect when I do that. Not perfect.
Yeah.
Just implement these things one at a time. Actually, the magnesium glycinate and the vitamin D3 you want to do together because they do. Like another example is that you were talking about is I just left my turmeric and black pepper. They have to go together. So yeah.
Black pepper activates it.
Hey,
for something. Speaking of that, I always feel like I'm just like one of those at my big fat Greek wedding where he's like, just put Windex on it.
Just put Windex on it.
That's my go-to, actually, Mark.
Windex?
No, not Windex. Oh. Don't put Windex.
Don't use Windex
on anything on your body.
So funny.
But anyway, Mark he was complaining about his ankles, and I'm like, well, is it a joint problem or is it actual muscle pain? Because he kept asking me for my muscle cream. I'm like, that's not going to work.
Right.
If it's your joint. And so I gave him some turmeric and I asked him how it went yesterday. He's like, I didn't have any problems with it.
Yeah.
So
I love supplements.
Inflammation, turmeric and black pepper.
You get on the vitamin side of TikTok and you just learn. What is that woman's name? What is that woman's name? Barbara?
Barb.
Oh. Mm-hmm. I'm addicted to her. Barbara.
She's amazing.
I love her. Yeah, I've been doing the castor oil and all those things. Yeah. But you could get overwhelmed. And then my fear of getting overwhelmed when it comes to supplementation is I'll forget the good stuff. Like I have a really good feeling right now of what I do every day. I'm feeling really good. And so it worries me sometimes when I implement something else and it's like, oh, I forgot about the thing that was actually working, So
and you might be taking enough of that one. You could be adding just more too, because some of those are mixture vitamins, and they have maybe you are having a multivitamin, and you're adding something else to it and adding more of that. So you're just going to be peeing and pooping it out. Like it's
exactly. Some of it's just expensive pee. Yeah. And it's sometimes some of it is marketing ploys. But I really have truly found that anti-anxiety really, really works. It just kind of takes the edge off. Nice. So, guys, we are 41 minutes past the hour. Boy, that sounded really professional, didn't it?
I know.
We're 41 minutes past the hour. Maybe I should go into radio.
We were trying to do podcasts, but I don't know.
We were trying to do podcasts. I am not smart enough to do podcasts. This thing right here stresses me out. Like
this makes us like podcasters right here.
Well, I think so. It's very professional.
It's very professional. We have clear sound, everything.
Oh my gosh. So we are going to be here tonight live. We're trying this out. This is an experiment. If nobody comes, we're not ever coming on again.
No,
and we're done. We are so done.
Done.
So 7:00 tonight, Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be live. And it's going to be a repeat of this show, but we can't repeat perfection. So it'll be something, something totally
we'll come up with other things to say.
We will. And we may be at that time of night. It's after 5:00. You never know what will come out of our mouth. So I'll be drinking coffee.
Yep.
All right. So if you need help, we are here to help you. We want to take you through your health journey. If you're struggling with addiction, just know that you're not alone. There's hope for you. There's broken. Recovery. You're not broken. There's hope for you, and we're here to walk you through it. If you're just struggling with your weight and you're like, I've tried everything in the book, we were there too. We totally were there, and we understand where you're coming from. So that's all we got today. That is all we got. So we're gonna hit the Canva. We got a day on Canva today that we got to spend. So
yay!
Do you like the show? Is it okay? Do you like our new technology?
I like it.
Do you like our background today? I thought our background was kind of...
It's very calm. Like, between our anti-anxiety and that, like...
Yeah, and Winston in the background there.
I can't even hear him anymore. Woo-woo! Hey, he's not keeping his pack, though, because he's talked the whole time.
You did talk the whole time. Yes. All right, guys, we will see you next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But before Tuesday, we're going to see you tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then probably next week we may try to do an hour later to see if you like that time better. Yeah. So, all right. We'll see you next week, everybody. Have a great day.